Tom Bombadil is a mysterious character who has always been present in the long history of Arda. He lives in the depths of the old woods and seems to fill the area around his dwelling with his divine powers. Though he is kind, he has never made an alliance with the free people. His existence also became an oral legend among the hobbits, written in the ballad The Adventures of Tom Bombadil. Tom Bombadil's origins are unknown. However, we do know that he existed between heaven and earth before Morgoth came to Arda, which means that he was there before Vila arrived. No one knows what role he played in the ancient times, but he must have witnessed the great events and battles, how the vast forests of the Middle Continent decayed, and perhaps at the same time felt his power slowly diminish. The extent of Tom Bombadil's connection to the outside world is unknown, but he is known by name among many peoples, and has even become a character in Elven, Dwarven, and human folklore. In the Third Age, Tom Bombadil and his beautiful wife, Goldberry, lived in a small house on the banks of the Willow River in the Old Woods. He has dealings with Staglanders, Farmer Margot, and other hobbits, which may explain his optimistic character and erratic attitude to life. He is always happy and good-natured, and some of the free people see him as a potential ally, such as Elrond, whom Aristor feels he will attend, but Gandalf believes that Tom Bombadil does not pay much attention to the struggle between darkness and light, and plays little role in the success or failure of the cause. Tom Bombadil once introduced himself by saying, "Don't you already know my name?" That's the unique answer. Can you introduce yourself without using your name? All I can say is that you are very young, but I am very old. I am the oldest of all things. Mark my words, my friend. Tom existed before the rivers and the trees. Tom has seen the first drops of rain fall and the first acorns grow. He roamed the land before the big guys arrived, and he more than watched the little ones arrive. He'd landed on his feet again before kings, tombs, and necromancers showed up. Tom had been here before the elves began to migrate west, before the oceans moved. He had also survived the times when he was fearless under the stars of that dark night, before the Dark Lords appeared. On September 26, 3018, in the Third Age, Tom was searching for water lilies for his wife in the Old Wood when he coincided with Frodo and his party of 4 being trapped by Old Man Willow. As master of the forest, Tom rescues Merry and Pippin, who have fallen into the trap, and brings the 4 hobbits back home. During the 2 days that Frodo and his party stayed overnight, Tom told them many songs and legends. Earlier, Gilder and Glorious Bastard had long ago visited Old Tom and also told him about Frodo's departure from the Shire. Tom showed a keen interest in the Supreme Ring, but when he put it on his finger, no change came about. He then absently removes the ring and flicks it into mid-air, juggling it so that it disappears instantly, clearly demonstrating that in his realm, he himself is the master. And when Frodo puts on the ring, only Tom can still see him. Before the hobbits leave, Tom warns them that they must be careful of the ancient mound post, advising them to avoid the ancient graves from the western edge. But eventually they are still taken into the mound by the ancient mound ghouls, and in a moment of crisis Frodo calls Tom with a song, who also sings to drive the ghouls away and breaks the spell on the mound. After pacifying the hobbits, Tom replenishes their provisions and recovers the frightened ponies. Finally, he breaks the curse by placing the treasures in the mound in the daylight. Among other things, he took away a brooch for Goldberry, gave each hobbit a dagger, and suggested that they rest at Barry's Leaping Horse Inn. Later, the Nazgul attacked the Leaping Horse Inn, and the hobbits' ponies once again fled in terror. For this the innkeeper, Maimon Butterdaisy, paid Merry 18 silver coins and bought them a skinny horse, Bill, at a high price. As it turns out, however, the ponies merely ran back to Tom's stables. Tom fattened them up and sent them all back to the Leaping Horse Inn. The appearance of the magical Tom Bombadil in Arda gave many erudite fans pause. The Lord of the Rings had no semblance of working for Tom. There is no shortage of arguments with evidence in the original text, as well as unfounded conjecture in the diversity of opinions. Some speculate that Tom is actually a Luvada, others that he is an Inu, and still others claim that Tom is the embodiment of nature, or that Tom is the essence of Inu's song. In an unpublished letter written in 1968 and held in a private collection, Tolkien himself replied, I don't know his, Tom Bombadil's, origins and could only give some guesses. In the same letter, he advises readers to allow the identity of Tom Bombadil to remain a mystery, like all the other mysteries that remain in our history and mythology. It is best, therefore, to answer the question of his identity in the words of the original text. He is his own master. Tom is himself.